So this is a Compass Corona Club 566. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, handbrake and hitch, and your connection to your car. This is something we'll go through in person and demonstrate to you how that works. Front of the van, you've got your gas locker with gas regulator up on the bulkhead, and it's also got a changeover valve on this van. So if you wanted to change over the gas bottle you're using and you had two pipes connected, you could actually change the valve over so it runs off the other bottle. You've got your Aldi heating flue on the side of the van, and below that you've got your wind down leg. Now the Aldi heating flue is essentially a gas flue for the side of the van, or a flue for the heating and hot water system. So you won't cover that at all. You'd need to have that open so it can breathe out to the air. Then got your water pump connection, as you can see here, and your water pump will drop down into the aqua roll itself. The water at the aqua roll, sorry, you would have full at all times, or have full before you start filling the water system, because if not it will draw up air into the water system on board the van. Then got your battery and mains lead coming into the side of the caravan. The battery is just there to demonstrate the motor mover itself. Motor mover and wheel nuts, so I'll actually demonstrate the motor mover at the end of the video, and the wheel nuts will be torqued before the caravan leaves site today. In the locker just here, we've got the toilet cassette. You've got the orange handle here that you'll pull up and pull the cassette towards you to release it. You've got the neck here that turns out to allow the waste to tip away. And on the back of the toilet cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button to allow the waste to run out of the tank smoothly rather than spit and splatter back at you. And before you use the tank, you put 1 litre of water in and a cap full of the blue fluid. At the rear of the van, you've got your wind down legs again on either side. Haven't got you down at the moment, but they will be for the when you come in for the handover. So the caravan will be stabilised by the 4 legs on each corner, or the 1 leg on each corner, should I say, sorry. And then that will balance the van out. You'd never lift the caravan with the wind down legs because it could potentially damage the base of the caravan. You've then got your fridge vents. So on the end here, you've got a gas flue for the heat, for the gas system for the fridge. You've got your fridge vents, as I said, that allow the hot air out the side of the fridge unit. And you've got your wheel and motor mover again. You've then also got your underbed storage, underseat storage at the front, so you can undo that locker and you'll be able to access the storage in the front of the van. Down the front, you've also got a barbecue gas point to allow you to connect a gas barbecue on the outside of the van. Go inside the caravan. The first thing we do is turn on the power supply. So we've got mains power on just here, internal lights, water pump run and awning light. So these 2 switches here are just lights, and like I said, this is the master power. You'd need to have this on to get power to anywhere else inside the caravan. So with the aqua roll connected on the outside, I've actually filled the water system up already on this van, but I'm going to demonstrate how you do it. Underneath the seat on the right hand side front of the caravan, you'll see the yellow valve underneath the seat just there. That yellow valve is the drain down valve for the water system on board the caravan. Now when it's parallel with the floor, you'll be able to fill the water system on board the caravan, and when it's upright towards the bottom of the seat, it'll actually be the water drain down for the water system on board the van. So like I said, you'll need to have it parallel with the floor to allow the water system to be filled up. Once you've got that valve in that position, you'll come over to each tap on board the caravan and open up all the hot water valves, or the taps on the hot water side. As you can see, we're already full of water at the moment. We'll open all the taps up on the hot water side. That's the one in the sink, in the kitchen, the one in the sink, on the bathroom, and the shower tap also. I would advise when you are filling the water system that you drop the shower head down into the bottom of the shower just so the water doesn't squirt everywhere. So you'd then at that point be able to turn on the water pump, which is just over by the door. So you turn on the water pump with all the taps open so it bleeds the water system. The red light will come on just there to say the pump's working. Or when the pressure's got low enough, there we go, pressure's gone low in the tank, so now it's building up again, as you can see, and when I turn it off, it will stay on for a few seconds after the tap is turned off. Once that water system is full, and you've got water coming out of every tap on the caravan, as you may be able to see, it's actually steaming there a little bit from where the water's got warm inside the van. But what you'll be able to do is then start warming the water through the Aldi control panel. So just here by the door, we've got our Aldi control panel. I'm going to press the menu button down here in the bottom right hand side. I'm trying to clear up the view for you, I do apologise, it's not very clear at the moment. At the top here, you've got your internal room temperature of the caravan. So you've got minus or plus to set the temperature inside the van. I'm actually going to turn that down because it's getting a little bit warm in here now. All the way down to 5, which is essentially off. It goes all the way up to 30 degrees as well for the high end of the heating. Below that, you've got your water temperature. So you've got water off when this bar is completely empty. You've got water on, and you've got water boost when this panel is completely filled just here. So this triangle here, when it's completely black, it will actually be hot water heating on boost. And like I said, off, on, and boost. Below that, you've actually got a button here that allows you to select the amount of power that's coming into the caravan from the power supply on the site you're on. So you've got off, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, or 3 kilowatts. Here on site we can only run the 1, but depending on what site you're on, you'll be able to then select the relevant power source to control your heating and hot water on. Gas option down the bottom, you'll be able to ignite the Aldi control panel on gas. And if you wanted to, you could use it as a combination with the gas and electric at the same time. So if you're on 1 kilowatt, for instance, I would advise you use the gas to boost it just for when you're showering on board the van, just so it doesn't take longer to warm up. Down in the bottom here, you've got some options which we advise you read the manual for. The only reason being is if I went through all those in this video, the video would be about 2 hours long and you'd probably be asleep from the sound of my voice. Then got the cooker. Works the same as a household cooker. Electric ring on the back there, which as you can see has lit up just to show you it's working. Gas has all been certified in the workshop, and we've got all the gas certificates to say that the gas system is working as it should. The same with the oven and grill, heating, hot water systems, and the fridge. So like I said, the fridge would actually work the same as your household. You'd never shut down the glass lid at the back here until the hob is completely cool. If you do shut it down while it's still hot, potentially it could smash the glass lid just there. You've then got your fridge just here. So you've got power on for your fridge on this corner. Power off and power on. At the moment, as you can see, the fridge is working on 240 volt mains. If you wanted to use gas, you could select the gas button here, and if it failed to ignite on gas, the pilot light is just here, but if it failed to ignite, it would actually flash the red light on the right hand side. To control the temperature on mains or gas, you've got the thermometer button just here, where you can control the temperature. 12 volt just here, so that'll operate from the car and it'll make the fridge work as a cool box rather than a fridge. So like I said, the 12 volt battery symbol on the front of the fridge is for the connection from the car to the caravan rather than 12 volt battery on board the van. To turn the fridge off, press and hold the power button and the fridge will turn back off. Up above, you've got an eco microwave, as you can see just here. It says eco to wake up, which as you can see at the moment it looks like it's off. Press the button and that'll wake back up, and just so you can see it working, there we go. Plate's not quite in place by the sound of it. There we go, plate's back in place, and as you can hear, working as it should. Cancel, stop, etc. on the bottom button, and the rest of your controls going up. I'm personally not very good with the microwave, so I'm not going to try and explain how to cook something in there. In the bathroom for the caravan, you've got the toilet system, which is an electric flush on the wall here. So you've got an electric flush just here. And below the toilet, you've actually got the grey waste flap. So to allow the waste to go down in the toilet cassette under the van, you actually push the grey waste handle away from you towards the vents in the wall. And that will allow any waste to go into the toilet cassette. When you are finished using the loo facilities, I would shut the grey flap back up just to stop any smells coming back up inside the van. The toilet cassette does turn for your convenience also, so as you'll be able to see in a second, it does turn. However, when you are emptying the cassette from under the van, you do need to make sure it's back in the central position and pointing straight across the van. The next part of the video will be a demonstration on how the motor mover works. Oh, one last thing on the inside of the van, sorry, to just explain to you. When you are done with the caravan, you come over to the yellow drain down valve underneath the seat. You'd lift that drain valve up so it points towards the bottom of the seat. You'd put all the taps to the central position. with the water pump turned off. So it allowed all the water from inside the pipework to drain back out of the caravan. And that would be the caravan winterized. You'd also drain the water off from the toilet cassette at the back of the van just to make sure that doesn't freeze also. Like I said, the next part of the van will all be done from the outside, and I'll demonstrate how the motor mover system works to you. So to engage the motor mover against the wheel, you're going to first need to take your motor mover bar, which as you can see here, you're going to put the motor mover socket onto the bar itself just here, and you're going to push the motor mover into place. I always leave the bar on just so I can see that the motor mover is engaged against the wheel once you've done moving the van, so it doesn't, for instance, you don't try and pull away with that still engaged against the wheel. Once you've got it engaged against the wheel, you can take the controller and take it around to the other side of the van. Behind the power socket, just here, you will actually find, or should do, no, it's around the other side of the van. I imagine it's in the locker just here, so give me a moment to grab the keys. Just in the locker down here. So the motor move power key is actually underneath the seat on the far side of the van, as you can see just here. So you need to make sure that power key is turned on. So I'm just going to lean in and turn that on. So we've got power off when the key's upright. And when that's turned around 90 degrees towards the floor, that is power on to the motor movers. At that point, we can turn on the motor mover controller with the two green buttons here. So we'll press the buttons on, and it'll allow the mover control to come on. Once the power's on to the controller, as you can see, just here, we'll go around the front of the van with the motor mover engaged against the wheels. Just there, as you can see. And this particular van, we've actually got to engage both sides before it'll engage the mover completely. So once you've engaged the mover on both sides, you'll release the handbrake. And then you can use the controller to control the caravan. So you've got forwards, backwards, turn, 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 and turn, and then you've got your reverse also. Once you're done with the mover, you can turn the controller off with the two green buttons. As you can see, turn the controller off. You'll pull the handbrake back on, just there. You'll disengage the mover from each wheel. Go around to the other side of the van also, and disengage the other mover. Let me just put that back on its step so you can see what I'm doing. On, and again you'll disengage it. Once you're at that point, you can move the steps back up to the door and turn the power off inside the van. So we'll turn off the motor mover power just in the locker down here again. So I do apologise about the video not being the greatest today, a bit warm. Turning the power back off, and that'll be the operation of the caravan complete. If you have any questions on the Compass Corona Club, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. Thank you very much for watching.